If this holds up, that's the ball game. Obviously, the D-backs are going to take a look at it.
Arizona has challenged.
But this will be really interesting. This game is over.
Oh, my goodness.
Pack them up, folks.
Patrick Bailey, you are worth your weight in gold.
Now, back to Willard and Dibs on 95.7 The Game.
Oh, that's what it sounded like on NBC Sports Bay Area last night as a big game ends in the Giants' favor, 4-3, and it had a decidedly different look when it came down to how the Giants were handling the late innings. A lot of back-end bullpen guys had been used 3-4 days in a row, so they were off, so they had to do something different, and poof, that ends up in the first career save of Sean Manaea, who joins us now on Willard and Dibs 95.7 The Game. Hey, Sean, how you doing?
I'm good, guys. How are you?
We're fantastic. We're getting all the words about how you went around and you kept the ball and you're getting the box score signed and the picture of you celebrating is all over the internet. Why did that mean so much to you last night?
It's a combination of a lot of things. I've pretty much been a starter my whole life and, a different role this year. And, I've always kind of wanted to get a save at some point in my career. And, this opportunity obviously was right there. Just going through a lot this year and big game against the division rival. And, it's just a crazy amount of things that just came together and it happened. And it was, such a cool moment.
Well, let's talk about the cool moment because I saw it on Twitter now probably 744 times, and I watched the replay 312 times, and I still can't believe how incredible that back pick was from Patrick Bailey. You throw the pitch, you see the throw down. What was going through your head when that whole sequence played out?
Well, I think first of all, the throw got there before I could even turn my head. Like, that's how quick it was. It was, I feel like the back pick has exploded a lot this year because of the new rules and bigger bases and, no longer pickoffs. So it's kind of, I feel like it's definitely happened a lot more. And, he did it, and it was just, I turned and the play was already over by the time I looked over there, and it was just, absolute chaos. And I didn't even know what to do because I've never closed out a game before, and I don't think I've ever seen a game end like that before. So, a lot of crazy things happen in the split second.
Sean Manaea is with us here on Willard and Dibs. So you make the statement that you've always wanted to close a game, but you've never done it. So take us through the process and maybe how was it different in terms of getting ready for that and how it felt to go out there and try to get the final outs.
This year's been, pretty crazy for me and, moving in the bullpen and, figuring out this role, over the last couple of months, I've, found a routine that works for me and as far as like warming up and, staying ready, getting ready. So with that being said, my routine didn't really change that much. Obviously I came in the ninth inning, which, I've never done before, but, the routine was the same. So, to me, it's solid. And as long as I get all my stuff done, I feel like I can go out there and pitch, whenever my name's called. And, it happened to be called in the ninth. And, I kind of had somewhat of an idea, that I was going to pitch today. I just didn't know when. And, getting the call in the ninth, was crazy. Heart started pumping a little bit, but once I got out there, it was kind of how it always is, and just try to keep the game in hand and close it out.
Do you change the way you approach every outing now that you're coming out of the pen, whether it's a long spot or last night as a closer? Do you throw harder? Do you max out more? Does it change the way you go about pitching based on how you're going to be used?
I don't think so. I think, especially like the first inning, getting all the like jitters and, The adrenaline, I think, is definitely, at least for me, more prevalent in like the first inning. Like, say I'm going in a longer relief role, like, the first 2 innings are definitely, a lot more adrenaline, a lot more stuff like that. And, but, coming in like a short role like that, and especially in the ninth, like, I'm not trying to be more than I am and like trying to throw 100 or anything like that. If that happens, cool, but I'm not like actively going out there just trying to, blow guys' doors off, and really just staying within myself and just trusting my stuff and acting like it's every other situation that I've been in.
Sean Manaea with us here, 95.7 The Game. Sean, you've mentioned a couple of times the switch in the role in terms of what you thought it was going to be coming in. I don't want you to speak for Alex Wood and Ross Stripling, but the three of you guys are in the pretty much the same boat here in terms of what you thought it was going to be and now what it is. How are you guys all feeling about that switch?
Well, yeah, I mean, I can't speak for those two, but for me, it's definitely been a challenge. And at the beginning, I don't think I was in the brightest of spots, but for me, it's been like working on the opportunities I have, the chances that I get, the situations that I'm in, and really just going back to controlling the stuff that I can control. And the opportunities are there, and I just got to capitalize on those, and everything really just takes care of itself. But especially at the beginning, it took me a while to like fully grasp that and really get out of my own way. And once I really let go and fully just dove deep into this and just accepted it for what it is, then great things have happened so far. So I definitely think that's a big thing for me.
Does last night validate the move in some way in terms of now you've gotten that save, the save that you said that you've always kind of been chasing as something in your career? You've been in the bullpen now for a while. Does this kind of help to, I guess, cement the move and make it feel a little bit better for you?
I don't know. I'm not saying I'm never going to start again. I'm not saying I'm fully like a bullpen guy. I don't even know what my role is. I'm just kind of pitching, and whatever the opportunity arises, then I feel like I'm adaptable and ready for that. So I don't know. It's kind of I don't think it's really like fully set in yet that I have a big league save and all that. But I don't really know how to say it other than that.
Sean, just listening to you kind of talk about the challenges of the change in role and starters want to start. You have a choice as to whether or not you want to be a Giant again next year. What are your thoughts on that based on this change? Would you be open to still doing it again next year?
I think it. Let's see how the rest of this year goes, and all that stuff. I mean, I definitely think it could happen, but as far as right now, I'm just worried about tonight's game and really what what we're doing to make this playoff push and the NL West.
Speaking of that playoff push, how did you and the guys receive the news of not making any acquisitions yesterday at the deadline?
I think this group that we have, the camaraderie, the talent, I think it's we're there. I don't think it was that big of a shock or anything like that. I think it was we have the pieces, especially with Tyro and Mitch coming back hopefully soon, and at least whenever that is. But I mean the pieces are here, and I think the group that we have would definitely do something special here.
Is that some way a vote of confidence from Farhan Zaidi to all of the team in that he believes that what they have right now, what you have right now, is good enough to make a push in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think as I've gotten older and played more years, that the trade deadline is kind of can create situations like that, and to have the opportunity to go out and do things and not definitely speaks about how I think the organization feels about this team, and I definitely should feel like we can do things, and we've definitely done it over the course of the season, and it's definitely possible.
Sean Manaea with us here, 95.7 The Game, Willard and Dibs. Now, Sean, we're told that you're driving in on the Bay Bridge right now, and we're not the smartest people in the world, but that tells us that you're coming from the East Bay. So if you're still an East Bay guy, and with your history with the A's, what are your thoughts on what's happening there, and what kind of importance would you place on this market still having two baseball teams?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's a little bit sad. I mean, obviously, I grew up a lot when I played for Oakland. Came in as a baby and left, I would say, more of a man. And yeah, I mean, it's always going to hold a special place in my heart. And to see the team leave and not really. I would say, I don't know, like for the team to leave, kind of stinks, and I think the Bay Area fans like this place is so big and so diverse. Like having two teams here is such a a special place in America, and yeah, it's very very sad that see something like that happen. And I don't know I don't think it's fully committed yet, but. Yeah, I mean, if it does end up happening, then it'd be really really sad.
Sean, from a hard-hitting question to one of a more frivolous nature, I'm a bald man, and you clearly are not. What's the hair care like, and when was the last haircut that you had, if you've ever had a haircut?
The hair care. So I mean, you guys know I've grown my hair out. I've done a bunch of other stuff. But this is like the first time I've actually like taken care of it. So, I mean, I'd shampoo it probably like once every 5 days, and then condition. And basically, what I've learned is, keep it hydrated. So whatever that may be, like leave-in conditioner and stuff like that. Coconut oil for a while, is what I would do, and really just moisture is pretty much all you need. And yeah, the last haircut I had was, I mean, I've gotten it trimmed probably like 3 or 4 times since 2020, which is when I started growing it out. And I mean, before that, I shaved my head completely and been growing it out ever since. So
that's fantastic. I have hair envy. It's just terrific. And last night, the picture in the clubhouse with your head back celebrating. It just was tremendous.
He was jealous. We got a text right away. Yeah, he was jealous. Yeah.
It's got a mind of its own sometimes. So it's pretty fun.
Sean, we're going to need equally as thoughtful of an answer with regard to nicknames, because you get a save and people are like, all right, there's the throwing Samoan, which and that nickname has been shared with others. We see that there's also a Baby Giraffe as a former nickname, and then there's the Manaea. Which one, first and foremost, which one do you like the best?
I mean, the Manaea is kind of like the most original one.
Yeah.
That was Stephen Vogt and Josh Bagley. They came up with that one. I guess I got to go with that. I mean, the throwing Samoan's cool, but I think the Manaea is like just so unique and actually pretty cool. So.
Well, and where did the Baby Giraffe come from? Because we've been calling Brandon Belt that for the last 10 years.
Yeah, I knew he had that nickname, but yeah, when I was in the minor leagues, one of my teammates saw me doing PFPs one day, and I was tripping over myself and throwing the ball in the right field, just all over the place. And he called me a baby giraffe, and then everybody started calling me that after that. So then I just took it and ran with it, and used it as armor, and stopped running away from it, all that stuff. But that was cool. But I definitely think the Annihilator is unique and fun.
And I also see the kid that you wore on the back of your jersey when they do that nickname thing that one time a year. Does that come from your days in Terre Haute?
Terre Haute?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, come on, man. Terre Haute?
Terre Haute? No. I was just, I couldn't think of anything, and I always referred to myself as a kid, and I mean, I still do as a joke, but that was just kind of a last second thing, and didn't really mean anything. And obviously can't take the kid because one of the goats has that nickname solidified. So that's why I put.
Well, Mr. Manaea, congratulations on the save. That was all kinds of fun, thank you very much. Thanks for hanging out a little bit on your drive in.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
All right, there it is.
Sean.
The Manaea.
Yeah.
The baby giraffe. The throwing Samoan.
Yeah.
Sean Manaea.
And the kid, because he couldn't come up with a nickname.
He couldn't come up with anything else.